Misha, Bill, get the hell in here.
Coming.
Be right there. Commissioner?
Where were you with the last case? Is it done?
Oh yeah, we've just been relaxing for the last couple days. Just taking some time off. It's all been good. We're here for you. What do you need us for?
I think what Nisha means is that we've been incredibly busy, Commissioner. We have been finishing up all the paperwork from the last case.
Yeah, well, you do paperwork. I'm just relaxing. I'm here for you. What do you need?
Oh, okay. You better have that paperwork done. I swear, Bill, last time when you handed in that paperwork, half of it was just you signing up for doing different gigs.
Well, I mean, Commissioner, you know I'm just...
Are you looking for another job right now?
Of course not, Commissioner. I am more than happy in my current role here.
Alright. We got another weird one out there. You know, naturally the city's been getting weirder and weirder ever since those Chosen came in. Freaky symbols on their hands, faceless monsters appearing, people being eaten in the streets. I don't even know.
I think it makes it all quite interesting.
Oh, Misha. If only we could have your sunny outlook on life. I need you to get down there. At the Vulgar Unicorn. There's been an incident. It's... From what people are saying, we got witnesses that are saying the glass exploded. Some crazy guy with a pompadour was in front casting magic. There was people getting injured, and now when you go over to that inn, it looks like nothing happened, and they're claiming there was nothing going on.
Glass exploded. Pompadour.
Well, I mean, if it looks like nothing happened, maybe they fixed it. Maybe it's all fine now.
We got too many weird things to just pass this up. I don't want something coming out and suddenly one of our most well-known taverns gets destroyed. How's that gonna look for people coming into our fine city? We need to make this place look safe.
So the pompous unicorn, Commissioner, you said we had witnesses. Do we know who the witnesses are?
Damn it, Bill, it's the Vulgar Unicorn.
Vulgar unicorn, of course, Commissioner.
Well, we have one witness, Anna. She says she witnessed all this crazy stuff going on from across the street.
Anna?
We have another guard on site. His name is Alex. He also saw this, and he thinks he's going crazy.
Alex, is he one of ours?
Yeah, he's a good man.
Reliable?
Oh, when he's not drinking.
Did he admit to drinking at the time of this commotion?
He's saying he didn't, so we're hoping.
Not drinking. Okay, Commissioner, we'll get right on it. Come on, Nish.
All right, let's go.
I need to go back. I need to go back. You need to let me go back. The cult needs me.
The cult? You don't want to be in a cult.
Oh.
Cults are bad. You'll be fine here.
You.
Just follow these nice men.
Look, son, it's better here than the sushi place down the road. That's all I'm saying.
Sushi? No. Are you cops gonna eat me? I heard you do that.
We don't eat people. That's crazy.
Only when Nish here gets very hungry. But it's alright, we're out on a job right now. Come on, Nish.
You gotta let me go back. I need to finish the transition.
So we won't be the ones eating you. Someone else can eat you.
Oh. I need to finish the transition.
I don't think I could eat that much tentacle on account of how short I am.
I think we can split one and be fine.
Alright, that's enough of that for now.
So you saw that stuff too? Yeah, I don't know. They just... I don't know how those cultists did it. It doesn't look like anything happened. Oh, detectives.
Good morning.
Hello. This must be Anna. Hi, Anna. I'm Misha. It's so nice to meet you. How's your day going?
Hi, it's... well, I've been a little stressed about this meeting with you, but if we can get this solved, I think it would be better.
Oh, of course. We'll solve everything. That's what we do.
If you want, I'll just keep watch while you guys talk, just in case.
Well, we have some questions for you as well when we're done. But first of all, Miss Anna, my name is Billowin Farrowminster Triskelaski Everstone Griff, but you can call me Bill because I am short.
Oh, of course, yes.
Now, could you please recount the events that you believe took place here at the... Let me check.
It's the vulgar
The
unicorn.
vulgar
The
unicorn.
sign's right there. Just look at the sign.
I would prefer to check with my notes, Nish. You know this. Now, please, Miss Anna, recount the events as best you can recall them.
Never liked that sign.
I know there are children about. We will see if we can get something done about it.
That would be great.
At least some just like tasteful blurring. I think that would be great.
Check about vulgar sign. Okay, Miss Anna, please, do go on.
Well, I was across the street. I was just having a bit of dinner with a friend.
Can I ask what you were eating at the time of the event?
I was eating...
And who was your friend? And where is the friend? Did the friend see it?
No, they didn't. They went inside to use the washroom. I was having fish and vegetables.
Fish and vegetables.
Was it good? Was it well
It was
seasoned?
okay. I think
Did
the
they cook it
vegetables
right?
were a bit overdone.
The vegetables weren't too soggy, right? Oh no, soggy
Yes.
vegetables are the worst.
Had you had any wine to drink at the
A
time?
little bit, yes.
Some wine. Okay, please, do go on.
Well, we were eating outside because there was actually some very interesting music coming from the Vulgar Unicorn. I've never really heard it before.
Could you describe it to the best of your abilities, please?
Kind of like an organ, but higher pitched.
High
Interesting.
pitched.
Did you see the instrument?
No, I tried to kind of glance into the window from where we were sitting, but I just saw a lot of the patrons were up near their stage, and there was I think it was a man was playing up there. I'm not sure. Their hair was really strange.
Strange hair. Could you describe his
What color
hair,
was it?
please?
It was black hair.
Yes, yes.
And it was kind of shaped like a loaf of bread and sticking out the front.
Like a loaf of bread.
Yes, this would be the nefarious pompadour the commissioner described.
Oh, so
Yes.
that's a pompadour.
Not to be confused with the
I
Pomeranian.
should try that hairstyle. I think you could pull that off,
It
Phil.
would quite increase my height, I will admit. Okay, Miss Anna, please do go on.
So they were playing some nice music. My friend went inside to use the washroom, and I saw this armored tiefling walk in there.
Could you
And
describe
shortly
the
after,
tiefling, please?
he had smaller horns. They were
Smaller than what? And please, be careful how you choose your words.
about the size of my pinky. Each of them. They were coming off the front of his head.
So about as small as myself, then. Small horns.
Oh, Bill, you're so hard on yourself. You're not that small. You're at least the size of her hand.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're a fair
Careful
size.
where you tread, Anna. Now please do go on.
Well, the tiefling, he walked in there, and shortly after, there was a bit of a scuffle. The door burst open, but there was no one there. And then I heard this thunder ring out, and all the windows shattered, and there was that man with the strange hair.
Thunder.
Did the man shatter the windows? The hair man?
It might have been, maybe he was a magician of some kind. I don't...
Well, Miss Anna, we are aware that magic does exist. Now please, do go on.
Well, when this happened, I quickly rushed inside, and I saw that, but from where I was, I saw that the windows were broken, the wood looked very badly damaged on the outside of the inn, the door was...
Sorry, Miss Anna, just to clarify, did you rush into the Vulgar Unicorn or the restaurant in which you were eating?
I rushed into the restaurant.
Into the restaurant. Please do go on.
But it looked like it was very damaged from what that strange man did.
Very damaged.
How was the wood damage? You said the walls were damaged. Were they dented? Were they scratched? Were they missing pieces? Were they on fire?
It looks splintered. Like very large fractures.
Oh.
Did it look like anything had hit the wall?
Yes, like a lot of force, like maybe a number of people just striking at it once, maybe? I'm not sure. It's weird magic, you know?
Large force
Interesting.
struck it.
Maybe it was one very large person hit the wall.
Unlike myself. Now, Miss Anna, what happened to the man after this commotion took place?
Well, I rushed inside and I tried to go find my friend. When I found her and ran back out, the inn, as it were, looked like it was back to normal.
Did you talk to anyone else between when you saw this and when you found your friend? Because did anyone else see it? Did you compare notes? Be like, wow, look at that spectacle outside.
Well, I saw the guard, Alex, we met earlier. He was blowing his whistle and rushing forward.
You met earlier?
Well, I mean, just before this interview.
Ooh, were you on a date?
No, I don't really know him.
I believe she means that we met when we arrived.
Okay, so you didn't meet earlier.
All right.
He had seen it as well, and he was blowing his whistle, and I rushed over to tell him, and after that, me and my friend quickly left.
Fleeing the scene. Okay, did you happen to witness anyone else in the street at the time of this occurrence? Who may or may not have stood around?
There was a fair amount of people walking around the street. It looked like a lot of people seen it, but the moment that the glass shattered, everyone just ran.
Lots of people. We may need to circulate this information niche and see if anyone else will come forward with some information.
We can go door to door. I love going door to door.
Please, gods, no.
I think it'll be fun.
You know my little legs cannot
I'll
carry
carry
me.
you. It's fine.
I may have seen it. All right, Miss Anna. I have no more questions, Nish.
I think I'm good. Oh, how was the meal? Did you tip well afterwards? Or did you run out on the bill? Because you did say you fled the scene.
I
Bear
did.
in mind, this will go in my report, Miss Anna.
I was sure to pay before I left, but I did not tip because the food was not very good.
I am...
But was the service good? Because you're tipping your wait staff, not the chefs.
The service was just okay, I suppose.
Service...
But you didn't tip at all, even though standard tip is 15% for
Was
reasonable
okay.
service?
No, I didn't tip. Times are a bit tough with not being able to get a lot of merchants.
Well, if you can't afford to tip, you can't afford to eat out. I think that's enough.
Yes, Miss Anna,
Goodbye,
we may
Anna.
be in touch. Please, do not leave the city.
Of course.
Officer Alex, if we might have a word.
Yes, really, run. I'm so out of shape.
Yes, Bill.
Oh, yes, Officer Alex. Billowin for now, please.
Billowin.
While you are a suspect and a witness, we will treat this as formally as required.
He's not a suspect. Come on, Bill. We know Alex. He's not
Please,
a
Nish,
suspect.
I do not want any more trouble with the commissioner. We will be treating this according to protocol.
Fine.
Now, Alex, if you could please, in your own words, describe the occurrence.
Well, I was on my patrol, and I was coming down the street, making sure that everything was okay. Sometimes you get a bit of rowdies.
Which direction down the street? Were you going eastbound or westbound?
Nish, I believe this street runs north and south.
Well, then, was it going northbound or southbound?
I guess towards the dock, south.
Towards
Okay, thank you.
the docks.
I don't know directions.
Do go on.
I was making my rounds, and I heard the shatter, and I quickly rushed over, and I saw the strange half-elf. He had the hair.
Can you describe the hair?
It looked greasy, bread-like. His skin looked a bit orange for a half-elf. Maybe he was half gold elf, I'm not sure.
Maybe he was pumpkin bread.
Like a golem?
I think we're getting off track.
So he rushed out of there, and he did that thing where all the windows shattered, and
Can
then
you describe this thing, Alex, please. This is for my report, after all.
He clapped his hands together, and this force seemed to flow from him, shattered the windows, and damaged the inn.
So the damaged walls, was that done by the glass? You said it shattered the glass, which damaged the inn. Did the glass fracture the walls? I'm having trouble picturing it. Paint me a word picture,
It was probably
Alex.
the spell. When he clapped his hands together, it blasted outward.
Oh, that makes way more sense. Okay.
Yes, Nish, I may not be a practitioner myself, but on several occasions I have seen such a spell. I believe it is called Thunder Wave.
Oh.
Oh. I think I was there.
So that happened, and I heard some scuffling inside and some kind of animal growls. The tiefling busted out of there. He had his shield in front of him, and then
What was on the shield? Was it a nice shield? Was it a crappy wood shield? What's going on with the shield?
It looked very ornate, very well polished.
Was there a design?
I
Is there a
couldn't see
logo?
from the angle.
Oh, well, you should get your eyes checked. Next time.
Just to
Okay.
clarify, sorry, Alex, just to clarify with my notes, this tiefling would be the one with the small horns, much like myself.
Yes, you have horns?
I was referring to my stature, but please do go on.
Oh, I get that.
Tread carefully, Alex.
Well, being a dwarf, everyone always comments on my stature, so let's just say it, I get it.
Tread careful. Please go
He
on.
really does mean it. You should be careful. He's a little sensitive.
Will do. So they rushed out, and then they ran down the street, and then I saw robed figures coming out, cultists, the ones that have
Please,
been
Alex, please
terrorized.
do clarify. Towards or away from the docks?
It would be towards the docks.
Towards the docks. And chased by robed figures, you say?
Yes, those cultists of the Shining God, they've been causing trouble around the city lately.
Now, Alex, you know that it is the God's given right to worship whoever you may like. Now, please, temper your language and describe the events only as you saw them.
Well, so they rushed out, and then these two horrifying creatures came out with them. They looked kind of like dogs, but they were larger, maybe the size of a bear. They had tentacles writhing out of them. They had numerous eyes. Their paws ended in these massive claws. Their skin was just welted and gray. And I'm afraid when I saw that, I just finished speaking with Miss Anna, and she left, and then these creatures came out, and when I saw those creatures, I'd lost consciousness. It was too much. I swear, I wasn't drinking at the time. I know I threw up, but there was just something about those things. They're just so vile.
Multiple eyes, wilted gray skin, threw up.
Did the arms by chance look sushi-like? What's the word I'm looking for? Like fish, but not cooked.
Well, there was
Tentacles.
tentacles
There we go.
on their backs. There was
Oh.
coming out of their sides.
Were they afraid of being eaten like sushi?
They looked like they wanted to eat,
Oh.
but they didn't move. They came out of the inn and they just stood there with those cultists. And then when I woke up, I saw that the inn was back to normal. I rushed in there and I tried to talk to the innkeeper, but she didn't even seem to notice anything was wrong.
So, just to clarify, Alex, you're saying that the cultists did not, in fact, give chase to the man and the tiefling?
No, they did not.
Well, I believe that is all. I think, Nish, unless you have any more questions?
No. I think we're good. Thank you, Alex. Hopefully you aren't too traumatized by all of this.
Well, they're giving me a bit of paid leave. I'm gonna take some rest, but
That's always nice. You should get some crafting done. Get your knitting in order.
maybe I'll visit my father.
That's always good. Family's
Get
important.
back into that bookbinding.
Before you do, Alex, have you, in fact, returned to the watch house to write your report?
I did immediately, yes.
Good, the commissioner will be pleased. Alright, for now, I think, just to verify Alex's statements, we should head in to the Vulgar Unicorn and check with the proprietor to see if they do in fact not remember any of these events.
Yes, for sure. We could also see if we could find any hints of the damage. Maybe there's like a weird bruise on the wall. Do walls bruise? I think walls could bruise, especially if they're wood walls.
You could be right, Nish, but you may be on the right track regardless.
Detectives, what can I get for you?
Hello, I will take a water. I am on the job after all.
I will have the same in a small glass, much like myself. And it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Billowin Fairminster Triskelaski Everstone Griff, but you can call me Bill Griff for short, much like myself, as I have already stated.
And I'm Misha. It's much easier to say than all of that.
The name's Stacy. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, Stacy. So, is this your establishment, Stacy?
Yes.
Can we just ask, has anything strange happened here in the past couple of days?
Yes, actually. Something has. Are you talking about that bard who was here earlier?
Yes, in fact, I would be. Could you please describe that occurrence?
Well, he came in, penniless. He looked a little strange, a little, I guess, greasy. But he told me that he could play a show that would amaze me.
Could you describe his appearance a little bit more? Particularly in the head.
Yeah, sure. He had a orangish skin. It looked a little dry. His eyes were going yellow. I think too much drinking. And his hair was black, and he's wearing a pompadour.
The loaf of bread returns.
Wearing a pompadour or hair styled in a pompadour?
Ooh, good question.
It was his hair styled.
Wearing a pompadour style.
Yes, sorry.
We're just making sure we get all the details. Bill needs all those details, you know.
I have to make sure my report is as accurate as possible. Now please do go on with the events of that occurrence.
So he comes in telling me that he can throw me a show that'll blow me away. And that if I just supply him drinks, he'll keep playing and keep everyone entertained. I admit, he was charming. So, I let him go on that stage and show what he could do. He didn't have any instruments on him. He said he got up there, he held his hands out, and I watched as my stage deconstructed and formed some small, strange, organ-like instrument. And he started making a bit of a light show, and he played away.
Constructed the stage. So, is this damage still apparent on the stage?
I got that fixed. If you look over there on the stage, there's a few new boards that have been placed in.
So he damaged your stage, performed, and then left with the damage still there?
Yes,
And
I
you
was
didn't
not
pay
happy.
for the damages.
No,
Did you by chance get this fellow's name?
I did. He called himself Ronnie.
Ronnie the Pompadour bread hair man.
Yes, an unusual name to say the least. Do you remember the circumstances of his departure? As you said, he did not pay for the stage. Did he leave in a hurry?
He said he was going out for a smoke break. I guess he was just smoking his pipe. But he rushed out and never came back.
Did you happen to see anyone who might be considered his friend and or acquaintance arrive?
No, I can't say I did.
So he arrived by himself, set himself up on the stage, tore your stage apart, played some, I'm sure, lovely music, destroyed the
weird.
stage, went outside to smoke and disappeared.
Yeah, kinda like my father.
Wow, that is not going in my report.
I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. Do you need to talk about it? I am here for you.
Please,
buy you
gods
a
no, Nish, not while we are on duty.
Bill, you can wait a minute.
It's a tough thing. That's just what he reminded me of. He was that kind of guy, you know?
I am so sorry,
He says
Stacey.
he's gonna be there one day and he's just,
You know, you deserve better.
he's going out for smokes and he never comes back.
I believe I will go and inspect the stage. Thank you, Miss Stacy, for your time. We may be back.
Of course. Take your time, detectives.
It'll be okay, honey.
Thank you.
Well, the floor looks like it's a whole new floor, but just right here.
Yes, it appears that she was in fact telling the truth. She appears to have replaced several of the boards. But why would this not have been repaired whenever these, I assume, cultists repaired the rest of the inn? This
That's a good
is
question.
strange.
This part stayed.
Yes. You would assume that if they were casting a spell that could affect so much of the establishment that damage like this would also have been repaired, which makes me wonder how thorough their job was.
I wonder how he destroyed the stage. Because was it just like in a nice square? Or did it like curve up? We should go back and ask her more questions in a little bit. I'm curious. Well, this window just looks like a window.
Yes, it appears that if our cultist friends did any sort of magic that could have affected any damage done, it appears to have almost reversed time as opposed to have replaced.
Bill, that's what I was gonna
Yes.
say. They reversed time, but not all the way back to the stage.
Yeah.
So the stage was still there, but everything else got fixed.
Yes, it is apparent that this is a limited effect, whether that is a limited area of effect or a limited length of time. This, of course, all hinges on the fact that our friends Anna and Alex were in fact correct in their assumption that the building was in fact damaged and it was not some form of illusion magic.
Ooh. Well, it still could be illusion,
Yeah, it could be. We cannot rule out any possibility.
but I like the time travel thing. Time travel's fascinating.
It is much more interesting, but again, I am no practitioner. As far as I'm aware, it is much more difficult to perform.
So, Stacy,
Yes.
you got this stage all nice and repaired. How did the boards turn into this instrument? Did they just like raise up out of the ground? Did they bend up? Was there like new tree bark coming out of it to form this thing? What happened? Paint me a word picture.
They broke out of the floor, raised up in the air as if being raised by magic, and then shaped and formed into the instrument that he wanted.
So there was just a hole in the floor under this magical instrument.
Yes. And when he left, it just fell apart.
Could we look under the stage?
I did just have it repaired.
So there's no way under there without destroying it again.
Right, you would need to break the stage to get out.
Well, we'll come back to that if we need to. Now that we know it's there, we can come back another time, right, Bill?
Of course.
Yeah, give us a holler if your stage breaks, and we'll come take a look under.
Of course.
Yes, Miss Stacy, if I could, can I just suggest perhaps adjusting your sign? There are children on the streets after all.
Oh, Detective. I'm sure we could look into something like that.
If you would be so kind, you know where to find us. Good afternoon, Miss Stacy.
Thank you, Stacy. Take care. Don't think too much about dear old Dad. It'll be fine.
Thank you. Have a good day, detectives, and best of luck on whatever it is you're looking into. What'd you find? What do we got?
Well, we had some lovely conversations. Anna was nice, Alex was fun, Stacy was such a sweetheart.
Okay.
We also got plenty of information, Commissioner. Do not
Oh yes,
worry.
Bill was over there taking notes the whole time, so
Thank
he's
God.
got lots of information. But here's the kicker. We think it's time travel.
We think it is a distinct possibility, Commissioner, but we are not ruling out the alternatives.
Are you telling me that chronomancy is up in this? Like that it's messing around with things?
It is definitely a possibility that coronamancy is to blame.
Alright. Well, we're gonna have to bring in a specialist then. You figure out anything else?
I thought we were the specialists.
Do either of you cast magic?
No, but Bill's seen it.
Absolutely not. I believe that is dirty, and I am surprised you would ask.
Bill, it's not dirty. It's a different way of life. You need to open your brain.
Just the way they touch themselves and those weird materials they use. Something perverted about it, I am telling you.
Well, time magic's illegal, if anything.
Well, yes. But
That
just
as well.
general magic. You need to be nicer, Bill.
True, there's a lot of people on the force that use magic. You gotta have more of an open mind.
Just those components they use, so unnatural.
I'll just be glad you're not hanging out with the combat mages, I guess. Time on the field? Oh, I don't want to go back there.
Very true.
So, you think there's chronomancy involved? You talk to these people. Did stories line up? Was there any irregularities? What are we looking at here?
Everyone had the same story. There was a lot about this guy with some red hair.
Red hair.
What was his name? Ronald?
His name was Ronnie, I do believe. And other than the fact that the two main witnesses' story revolves around the fact that nobody else can remember, yes, in that respect the stories do line up. Nobody else has seen or remembers seeing the occurrence taking place.
God damn it. It just gets weirder and weirder.
Yes, Commissioner. Although we were told that there were possibly other civilians in the street at the time, so it could be a possibility that we circulate some information about the occurrence to see if any other witnesses come forward.
We could even start going door to door to the local businesses in the
Please,
area and
God's
see if
no
anyone
niche.
was available at the time.
Things are getting weirder. We're gonna need you out there. I'll put some beat cops on that. They can go around, go door to door, see if we can get some more information.
Fine.
Thank the gods, Commissioner.
Why don't you write up your report?
But yes,
Try to get a specialist in on this, and I'm sure there's gonna be something else that you're gonna have to look into.
yes, Commissioner, I would also say we may need to get the animal handling team on this, as I have been informed there may be some bear-sized dogs with tentacles, multiple eyes, and wilted gray skin running around the city. This, of course, came from Alex, so I do not know how accurate his description might be, but just on the off chance of there being actual bear-sized dogs, I think this might be worth following up.
Of course, safety is important. We should take the precaution. Thank you. Thank you, both of you.
You'll also be glad to know that I asked Stacy to look at changing the sign for the vulgar unicorn. There are, of course, children on the streets.
We tried to get that sign changed 12 times, but I guess we'll ask again.
She seemed very accommodating. We shall see.
She always does. Alright, that's good. Thank you two. Why don't you go ahead and finish up that paperwork and see what the hell else we can get you out there doing.
Sounds good. You know where to find us.
Thank you, Commissioner.
It's never getting any easier. It's never getting any easier.
Sometimes you gotta scream into a pillow. Yeah, that poor guy. Especially in a town like this with all the nonsense.